Back at it again, Activated Podcast, one of the hosts, GDQ.
Dude, it's your boy, Real Walter Ford.
Yee. And it's your boy, Mac2301. And we out here.
Activated Podcast, baby. How y'all living? Happy Sunday. November 14th.
Delaney hasn't been on in like 6 weeks. We haven't done a show in like 3 weeks. So we back at it again.
But we ain't went nowhere. Shit happens. Life
there's
happens.
a lot of crazy shit going on in the mean in between time.
Living life. Life's crazy.
Still living in a racist country, that likes to handpick their judges and their juries, and they're very fond of like Donald Trump theme songs, and but it's good though. Life's good,
If you don't know what he's talking about,
I think that's a great intro, right?
Yeah, it is a good intro because if you don't know what he's talking about the Kyle Rittenhouse trial judge.
Real quick, before we get into the trial, remember months ago when we was like, yo, this is gonna be a crazy ass trial. And like it's even crazier than that. Like it's like, I don't know, man. Like I'm watching it, like even everybody can see how crazy it is. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I just said it.
No, I agree that it's insane. I mean, it's a kangaroo court. It's about as, it's going as well as I thought it was going to go. The prosecutor is terrible. It doesn't help that the prosecutor just has no backbone and isn't making a very, like, he just kind of is almost like giving it to them. Like the prosecutor and the judge are Kyle Rittenhouse's best lawyers.
They're better than his actual
lawyers. Yeah.
From what I saw, I agree.
I mean, like, and here's the thing, like, laws get applied differently to different people, you know what I mean? And to different things. And so to say it's not a political trial is completely bullshit because
they're going to take that. They're going to take this trial and make some kind of law or, change or something. This court, this case, as well as I feel like the Ahmaud Arbery case, but we'll get to that in a moment. But I feel like every one of these cases that has a foundation of racism or just that in general is going to change how things go about this. We got to change how things go about in this country, whether it be like laws or like just how people live their lives now.
You got optimistic, fam. I don't think shit for the time.
Oh, I wasn't saying that.
They're gonna be like, no. Everybody gonna be like, what the fuck? And then we gonna keep going with the regularly scheduled program. And the reason I say that is, at some point in time during this trial, it's a picture. I know we was talking about watch out for memes, but this is an actual picture of Kyle Rittenhouse at a bar. Now remember, he 18 right now. He at a bar drinking a beer with his mom that say free as fuck.
With the Proud Boys. Yeah. With the Proud Boys, and he was throwing up the white power Proud Boy sign.
Oh no, that was later. This is recent.
No, it was all in the same photo. It's all at the same time. They were at the bar with his mom. He was free as fuck with the Proud Boys, throwing up the Proud Boy sign, the white power sign.
Remember the post. Remember when that came out? He had the same shirt on, the free as fuck.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
But here's the thing. They say, oh, we can't introduce that into the trial. And that the thing is if it was anyone else who's not white, it would be like they would introduce something like
Exhibit
that.
A. Yeah. Exhibit A.
They hold on. They won't even include the video of him like a few days before saying, I wish I had my gun so I could shoot and kill those people or shoot those people when they were running out. I think they were like looting or stealing something from a shop. And it was like 2 days before you hear him. They won't introduce him beating a girl up when he was younger. But anyone else, they would introduce that stuff. And so people are like, well, you guys should be happy because it's self-defense, and anybody else would want to plead self-defense in a case like this, and yada, yada, yada.
Or they hit you with like, well, he killed a child molester, or he killed a child and all that. And I'm like,
that was from, all right. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I remember they was talking about that was like not all the way what it was either. Like he was like either like a 16-year-old dude dating a 15-year-old or something like that. Anyway, like they was in high school, and again, I could be wrong. Essentially, the dude that they said was a sex offender, he was in high school, and like his girlfriend was younger than him, and his girlfriend parents called the police on him. Or something like that.
It happened in like 2002 or from the actual charges I read, he did do stuff, which is like not cool. And it was like it was in 2002. And in the video, he's screaming like, shoot me, shoot me. So that's the thing. They're like saying, well, he was in Kenosha and he had gotten out of the hospital. It was like a mental hospital, right? And they were trying to say like in there, the defense, he got out of a mental hospital and he had a bag and nowhere to go. Why did he have nowhere to go? But they won't do anything with Kyle. And there's that picture of Kyle and the judge and his lawyer all looking at a TV screen. And Kyle's right behind the judge. Like they talk all the time or something.
Yeah,
like they're
it's the level of comfortness that they're showing.
And peep game, I just seen this. They said that the judge took Kyle Rittenhouse and his lawyers in like a lawyer meeting or whatever they call it. I don't know the exact. I don't know if it's a briefing meeting, whatever.
The judges, I forgot what it's like. The judge's cabin or something like that.
Exactly. And he pretty much explained to Kyle Rittenhouse if they take the bigger, if they have the bigger charges, he has a better chance of getting off. And if they take lesser charges, he got a better chance of getting conviction. So he pretty much told him what it was, like before the verdict and the jury. He was like, "Hey, this is what it is." He pretty much told him what to do.
Well,
and
I think they have to advise and let you know. But that's the thing is like they pick it, right? They don't do that all across America in court, right?
Yeah,
right.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not like, so they apply these things arbitrarily. Like, yeah, that's a good thing in a case like that. But it does, I mean, you can't, to me, you can't claim self-defense. Like I know, I understand. And they're like, well, Kyle Rittenhouse, he only shot people who were coming after him and he didn't shoot anybody else and yada, yada, yada. But it's like,
I still don't understand how we just look past the fact that he crossed state lines
with a gun that wasn't his.
Fuck that. Fuck, his mama drove him across state lines, gave him money to buy a gun.
Had somebody else buy it for him.
And then he killed the nigga, and then she took him to the crib. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas, you forgot that he went to the crib. Like, think about that. How many times you done killed two niggas and went to the crib? On video. You killed two niggas on video and they went to the crib. Fuck all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for days, like in real life, he was at the crib for days, like chilling. Killed two people on video with a rifle outside. Like outside, like just outside. Just, what? Murk y'all.
Well, and shot another, almost killed him.
Yeah, exactly. My bad. You're right. Yeah. And then went and ate some Pop-Tarts at the crib.
Well, shout out to
17.
The first dude who kicked him down when he fell down. Like, that fool hasn't even been identified. So and Kyle shot at him twice and didn't hit him. Kyle shot at this when Kyle fell. The first person to kick him down again hasn't been identified, which is good. But Kyle shot at him twice and missed. And then Anthony Huber hit him with the skateboard and tried to pull his rifle off of him. and that's how he shot him. And then the next guy, Gage, which was supposed to be their big like witness or whatever, like he had a gun, and technically he wasn't supposed to have a gun, like because he didn't have his concealed carry permit, but everybody was open carrying over there. And they said, oh, well, when you moved forward, that's when Kyle shot you. So you were the antagonizer in that situation. That's what they said. This all happened within like 5 seconds. Okay. Kyle was like, he shot at 3 people all within like 5-6 seconds.
I know. And I was watching the trial, how they was talking about the bullets. He was shot 4 times, and he wasn't being reckless. He was shooting to save his life and not shooting to kill nobody. I said, what the?
Bro, they put on the defense put on one of their witnesses. The defense witnesses was a journalist that is with Steve Bannon's Real America's Voice, that's employed by Steve Bannon now. And he was a Capitol rioter. He was in the Capitol in January 6th. The prosecution didn't know that, bring that up, or anything like that. That's what I mean. The prosecution's terrible. I'll end on this. The other comparison is in Portland last year. Michael, I don't know if you guys remember, but the white dude who called himself an anti-fascist, Michael Raynal, I don't know how to say his last name, but Raynal, I think it is. He shot the far right dude. He shot the Patriot Prayer guy, killed him. And he got killed 10 days later by U.S. Marshals, and Trump went and bragged about it. Y'all remember that last year?
Yeah.
And he got bear maced. He got bear maced and shot and killed the guy from Patriot Prayer. Patriot Prayer is a far right group. And, it was at a protest thing. And it all happened within like a second. He got bear maced. He shot the guy. And then he ran. He was in Washington. And then the U.S. Marshals and like deputized sheriffs and cops shot and killed him. No one knows the cops' names. No one knows what happened. And Trump and Bill Barr, like, everybody thinks they called the hit, you know what I mean? And Trump was just like, yeah, 15 minutes and it was done.
Gang shit. It's all I'm on.
And compare that to Kyle, who just like walked away. And so there's a lot of differences.
To another state. Like the nigga was at least in the same, this nigga drove to another state with his mama. Like, real quick, before we end on this, why is his mama not on trial? You know what I'm saying? Didn't she transport a minor with a gun that killed somebody? Isn't that like conspiracy or not conspiracy, accessory? Yeah. Like, we're not talking about that either, which is also crazy as fuck.
I mean,
and real quick, before we get too far, the judge's phone went off, which was like the America First song. The judge been going in on a prosecutor the whole time.
Yeah, he's like screaming at him.
Yeah.
Don't get brazen with me.
You know that. I'm like, damn.
Also, he's making pretty much racist jokes.
I did see him pull out a magazine and start reading it though while they was like talking. And he said he was bored.
Nah, well, I don't know about that part, but he made a joke about lunch, talking about, I hope our Asian food isn't coming from one of those like long boats out in California or something like that.
Yeah, that was out in Long Beach. Yeah, that was, yeah.
Yeah, that's what he had said that. Then there was also the phone. Then there was the Veterans Day little stunt he pulled.
And where's the Veterans Day?
Oh yeah, that was. And hold on, the only veteran in the building was the defense lawyer, the defense witness, the next defense witness for a use of force expert. So they clapped for a defense witness right before he took the stand. You can't tell me that fool didn't know that, bro. Like, you cannot tell me that fool did not know that fool, like, he just does it every Veterans Day in his court. You know what I mean? Right before a defense witness is about to come. Like, why didn't the defense witness get called the day before?
Yeah, we know the game.
Or Or to keep it a buck, bro, if you really wanted to do that, you'd have done that before your court is in session, before you actually got started.
Right. There you go.
That,
there
you
you
start
go.
that shit at the first. All right, you know, all rise. Everybody comes in, blah, 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 blah. Your Honor, blah, 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 comes in. All right, good morning, guys. Really quick, before we get started, I just want to take a moment. It is Veterans Day. If there are any veterans in the, you know, then that's when you say that. Then that's when you do that. To do that once you're already started, and to do it right before you're in the interrogation of a witness stage, like, come on, bro. Like,
so real quick before we get off, y'all think you getting off or not?
I think he'll get hit with like one of the counts of like a lower count of something. I don't think
he'll be charged with something. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I think they're gonna get manslaughter, not homicide.
So I think he'll get hit with something. He'll definitely walk for murder. He's not going to get convicted of that. But I think I think he'll get acquitted of everything but like the gun charges of him bringing a gun. Like, and those are like the real smaller charges.
Like wanton endangerment, like they did the shorty that killed the nigga in his apartment.
It'll be, yeah.
No, that wasn't her. That was another nigga. But you know what I mean.
I just hate how smug that fool has been. I like that fool the whole time has been smiling and laughing,
crying, that fake ass tears.
So comfortable. Like that fool looks like he just has no remorse and just like I feel like he's gonna get off and then kill someone again in a similar situation. And I mean, people are also saying a lot like it's close to George Zimmerman. I mean, you know what I mean? The cases are very similar. Like George Zimmerman really shouldn't have got off. And so it's like, well, maybe, you know what I mean? He's going to be famous after this, though. Like Kyle Rittenhouse, that fool's going to end up running for Congress one day or something. You know what I mean? Like this fool just looks so smug and just.
I feel like, yeah, he is going to get off. He is going to walk on murder charges. But like I said, I do think he is going to get charged with something. Whether it be something that they already charged him with or something that they make up, like a wanton endangerment type shit. I do think he'll get hit with something, but only something that can be wiped out with probation, anger management.
He's not gonna be sitting down that long. He only gonna sit down for a couple, like 2-3 years.
I don't even think he's gonna get some years, G.
I don't think he'll do any.
I'm thinking
well, you got
at a max,
maybe 3 months. 3 months max.
Say, bro. Nah. Hey, I was literally about to say
he was a minor with a gun,
nigga. Bro, but it doesn't matter because that's what they're not.
Because it don't matter.
The smallest charge is him bringing the gun. Like,
you talking. Well, I was being optimistic. Well, you're being optimistic by thinking that he's going to get something serious.
No, that fool, like, compared to the Derek Chauvin trial, like the Chauvin trial, the prosecution, they actually did a really good job. I was like, damn,
they were ready.
Like they wanted that fool in jail for, you know what I mean, and convicted. This one, like the prosecution is terrible. Like they just
they're trash.
Hey, but also, bro, I'm gonna be all the way real, bro. Didn't know black people really get killed in this one, so you know what I'm saying. Like, it's not gonna. I really don't even know how to explain this, but like you just brought up Derek Chauvin, and
it's not gonna get the same emotional cord or the same impact.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's not as divisive as Derek Chauvin and you know George Floyd. You get what I'm saying? Like, so one, for this, they're not gonna. That prosecutor is probably a public attorney.
Well, he is.
I mean, like
he's the
like a public
assistant
defender.
DA.
Yeah.
I mean, my bad. I didn't mean to say public attorney. Obviously, he's an attorney. He's a fucking lawyer. But I meant, like a public defender type shit. Like,
Well,
thinking
he
he's
just,
good at his job.
he's the assistant district attorney. So the district attorney is elected in every county, and then he's not even the DA, he's the assistant. So he's all of prosecutors for state prosecutors, they're all the same. They're all DAs or assistant DAs for felonies and stuff like that. They're all from the state. So with Chauvin, it was the DA who prosecuted it. And so they prosecute on state charges. The county brings the state charges, and then they have to prosecute whoever. So it's similar. They're both elected
officials or representatives,
right?
But no, what I was trying to say is that, like, the one in the Kyle Rittenhouse, like, you was talking about how the prosecution team for Derek Chauvin was, they were on their shit, versus the one in Kyle Rittenhouse is just full of shit. And like I said, I think it's because, one, like I said, no black people were killed in this one, and two, I think that I feel like the prosecutor at the Kyle Rittenhouse is, like I said, damn near from the same courthouse as as the judge.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
real quick, we gotta get on the other one too. We've been on this one for a minute.
Well,
I mean, it's all good.
I mean, not cutting you off. My bad for cutting you off. But
no, the other thing is I agree, but I think it's important because it's like the other biggest trial we've had. Yeah. And then along with the Ahmaud Arbery one that we're about to talk about. But I agree that it's different because he did kill white people, and it wasn't like he didn't kill black people. And the thing is, though, is he was at a protest. People were protesting in support
for a black person getting killed.
Getting shot. Thank God Jacob got shot 7 times when he was going to his car right there. They were trying to say he was pulling a knife or whatever. And so, but the other thing is that white vigilantes with guns shooting people at protests is not new. It's white people going and killing people and getting off and saying self-defense is not new. So like Kyle Rittenhouse this isn't new at all. You know what I mean? They used to have white militias going and tearing down black neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Firebombing them and shit. So like and no one getting in trouble, right? Yeah. And that's not that far away. So it's not.
This is 30 years ago, 40 years. Yeah.
So that's my only point, is that this is not what Kyle Rittenhouse did, and what he's about to get off for is the American justice system.
Already,
it's been how it is. Yeah, we've seen this story a million times.
Yeah, no, I can't argue that.
And that's why, like, for me personally, seeing how this judge is acting and everything that's going on in this court is like, bro, that doesn't surprise me. That's just one of the many examples of our justice system and how it's full of shit and how it's flawed. Well, it's not flawed. My bad. I stand corrected. It's not flawed. It's set up and running exactly how it's supposed to.
Yeah, but it's just two of them bitches. That's what it is. Yeah. It's some for certain people and some for everybody else.
Yeah. And we clearly are some everybody else.
On the flip side, though, I think that the McMichaels and Roddie Bryan, who hunted Ahmaud, are definitely going away. Like, I think there's
they get no ass beat on that one.
Every time I see them
call him a victim. Was that the same one? Was that
that was the Kyle Rittenhouse.
That was Kyle.
My bad. You're right. I'm sorry. I keep confusing.
I mean, they're both pulling stunts.
This one was the one where he said, I don't know about you guys. You can understand why I don't want any more black pastors in the courtroom because they're
we don't want them to intimidate the jury
and political stance, and they're intimidating. I'm like, are you telling me black preachers are intimidating people? Even niggas that's praying to Jesus is scaring you? Is that what you telling me right now? You scared?
And then he goes
Scared
to
of
say,
niggas with the
like,
Bible?
and then he goes to say, like, I wasn't, that nobody knew that they was in the, that Reverend Al Sharpton was in the room until later. So it's like, so why does it matter then? If nobody
knew
knew
it till he said something.
Yeah, if nobody knew that he was in the room, what is it? And then he was like, last week there Jesse Jackson was in here, and it was like, bro, what you worried about?
These niggas living in your mind rent free. you supposed to be talking about these dudes. You over here worried about niggas not on trial.
I did not get a chance. The judge responded to that too. He responded to that claim. I can't
He shut it down. He
basically shut it down.
I'm not gonna just start banning people from coming inside randomly. Yeah.
He basically was like, listen, if they come in here and they don't cause a distraction and all that, I'm not gonna stop nobody. He was like, I'm not gonna stop it over. Bro.
It's a public courtroom. You tripping, fam. Everybody knew he was well.
Well, and like we were talking about before, I still think there's always the chance that the jury does acquit all of them. But I mean, that is where you will piss a lot of people off. I think Kyle may walk, and I think that it's not going to be as big of a deal as some people think. I think there might be some protests. I think Kyle walks, and there might be some response. But if the killers of Ahmaud Arbery walk, it's going to be bad. It will be bad.
Floyd level.
It'll be bad. It won't be good.
Like, yeah, no, I agree. Because it was so blatant. Like, I mean, but we were talking about before, like that doesn't really matter. But yeah, I agree. And it's and I also feel like they got a better prosecutor and like
they're doing a better job. Yes.
Yeah, and then also the dude that recorded it pretty much put himself on trial, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he you know what I'm saying? Like
he was the one who posted the video, right? I mean, that's how
that's how we found out. Is that he posted it. You know, when you look at them, when you look at the McMichaels, and do they not just look like
remember the dad's a cop
and inbred brothers and stuff?
Yep.
Like, the dad is a cop, you're right.
They just look like they all are like related and like date each other's cousins and stuff.
Oh yeah, they definitely Duck Dynasty light.
They just my
God. Did you see the part? Okay, so real quick, let's just say some of the crazy shit from this trial that they trying to say. So they were trying to, like, the defense. So first the defense was that they were trying to protect themselves, or he was trying to steal their car. And then they found his pieces of his clothes on the grill in front of the car from when they was ramming him with it.
They tried to run him over.
Yeah, then they tried to say,
and there was ligaments. There was ligaments, from where he was shot at, where his arm was shot at.
Oh yeah, they pretty much shot his arm off.
Mm-hmm.
Like they pretty much like, and then they gave him a line. It's like, yeah, nigga, or fucking nigger, or something like that. They gave him a line, like, and people heard it. And they was like, we didn't say that. Like, nigga, people heard you say it out loud. And then they was trying to say that he was like threatening, or what he was. He was like some kind of burglar or something like that.
Right. He was trying to rob the house or something like that.
Yeah, what they said at first. And then
in construction.
Yeah, and they said he was dangerous.
All right, bro. What you gonna rob?
Videos,
you gonna rob? You gonna rob the house for some 2x4s?
Yeah, all the videos you can see, he don't got no weapons. She got shorts on. So it's just
all the security videos of other people walking into that same house.
And he runs around there all the time. Like, he was known for running around there. Like, that's what that fool did, was run in the neighborhood. Yeah, I mean, that one, that's what I mean, is it's like real bad. I mean, you can't put it any other way. Like, they really,
it's real blatant. It's like,
they hunted that fool. They really did. Like, I can't put it any other way. And
in the day, like in midday, like it was like a Tuesday or something, like a Tuesday or Sunday or something. Like a random, like.
And they're trying to say also, self-defense, and that they were trying to make a citizen's arrest. And then the prosecution's like, well, did it ever come up in any of the initial interviews that they were like trying to make a citizen's arrest, or they were trying to, you know what I mean? It was self-defense that he attacked. They're like, no. Like, so they came up with these defenses after.
And real quick, what Q was talking about is they asked the initial officer that came to the scene all these questions. They was like, did they tell you self-defense? He's like, nope. Did they tell you citizen's arrest? They was like, nope. Did they tell you that he was robbing somebody? I was like, or my bad, not that. They was like, did they tell you that he had a weapon or was dangerous? He's like, nope. And like, yeah. But essentially, the police already told him what it was. And it's crazy that it's still a possibility that they might get off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still up in the air, even though it's like all the way factual, all the way black and white.
I mean, you need all 12 to convict. You get one of them that doesn't want to convict. It's a hung jury and they get off. I mean, like with Derek Chauvin, I mean, we were all, everyone was surprised because he got convicted on all 3 charges.
Yeah, I know.
And they still did a good job, and everyone, we were all worried, you know what I mean? So rightfully so.
And that in itself should, like, I mean, if every single case we gotta sit here and be nervous if such and such person is gonna get off, that should tell you
it's an issue.
There's an issue. If every single case we got to sit here and think that no matter how black and white it is, like Derek Chauvin putting his knee on a man's neck for over, like, or Ahmaud Arbery being chased down, run over, shot, and like, or Breonna Taylor being asleep, not doing it, like you're literally asleep, and you still got to sit there and be like, damn, they still might get off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you got camera footage, you got DNA samples, you got shell cases, you got witnesses and witnesses and witnesses and witnesses, and it's like, oh my gosh, and you still might get off. It is just, what? You could be in your own apartment and somebody comes in thinking it's their apartment and they shoot you, and yet they still get off. Like,
I was just gonna say that she didn't get off, but she got some like bullshit.
She got off because she got 10, which means she's going to end up doing 5, which means she's ended up going to do like 2.5 for like good behavior.
Yeah, she got off.
18 months. We on the next topic we were at the cover, we talking about how Trump's flukies just take the falls. They just take the little 6-month prison bids. They take the 18-month prison bids.
They all
know they're gonna be good.
Or they Roger Goodell? Not Roger Goodell. I'm sorry.
Roger Stone. Yeah,
they like, I'm gonna get pardoned, fam. I'm gonna just say what the fuck I want to and do hella illegal shit.
I mean, if your name Roger, odds are you're probably not a good person. I'm gonna say that though.
That nigga be wearing Monopoly hats. You know, he with like circle shades. He look like the evil dude from Wild Wild West.
Loveless. Dr. Loveless.
Like a real villain.
So for people who don't know, we're referencing Steve Bannon getting indicted for not okay, so there's the January 6th committee. They subpoenaed Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon didn't come and talk and testify. And so a grand jury indicted him on 2 counts. And the 2 counts are 30 days to 1 year. So, you know, he's getting 30 days for both. He's doing 60 max, and he's going to be right back at it. He got indicted, and he was continuing on his show with it in the back saying he got indicted. I don't know if that's real. I think it really, really is real. And all of Trump's people don't give a fuck because he's not going to talk. He's not going to talk. He's going to do 60 days and he's still not going to talk. And they're going to come through and fight and be ready for 2024. So all of everybody around him goes down, takes the fall, 60 days, 2 years max. Even if he gets the max, it's only 2 years in his plush little, what he's going to get the nicest jail there is. He's going to be watching TV. He's going to be making phone calls. He's going to be still organizing
he's still
politically.
Making business plays.
All of
He's
them.
Still
all
gonna
of
be
them.
making money.
So it's good that they did it so that everyone
bro.
else knows
Hell
that they're not playing
They're
the
not
January
playing.
6th.
White collar crime is the biggest crime in America.
But they gonna keep doing it, and that's how you know Trump really is a mob boss, because Trump marinating at no one's talking. No one's talking. Why? You know what I mean? Because they ready. They know what they're doing. It's a political grab for power. Like that, Steve Bannon is the mastermind behind Trump. One of them. Same with Roger Stone. Roger Stone did a little bit. Look at how much he's done now. Putting them in jail helps them.
Oh yeah, no, it's like they rappers, fam. Like you go to jail, you get your album sales triple. And Roger Stone, he was just on TV. I guess you wouldn't call it TV. Yesterday was like news. InfoWars is where you get the real, actual information. Go to Info. I said, this nigga is crazy, man. I'm weak. So yeah, the gist of it is, man, Steve Bannon don't care. Like you said, he finna make money. None of them Trump people is finna show up. They all finna, like you said, get a little pat on the wrist, do a little time in a jail cell where they drinking liquor. You know what I'm saying? So they finna be straight.
And people are all hyped, you know what I mean? And I guess that's the theme of this show is, the justice system, because if you had, a Democrat or whoever, someone black doing that, they would be in jail for 15 years. You know what I mean? 20 years.
Before
Life
the trial
sentence.
happened.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about all of it. All of it. You know what I mean? Any of it. There's no
Don't show up
consequence
to the fucking Congress? What?
after it's a coup too, right? It was a legitimate insurrection. They're just trying to find out information. Like, what did you know? And they're not even shit. Give me the 60 days. I don't give a fuck. That means I get a vacation. It's a vacation for them.
Exactly. And I get followers. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro. Yeah, it's crazy.
I have nothing left to say. If y'all got some more comments.
No, man. I think we didn't covered everything. We didn't laugh, cried, learned.
I do want to bring up one thing, and I think it really is funny though. Only because we was talking about Roger Stone and Walter accidentally said Roger Goodell. John Gruden is suing the NFL because for basically being targeted, saying that through all the for people who don't know, they're investigating the Washington football team and their emails and stuff for a whole multitude of things, from racism to being sexist and misogynist and all that other kind of stuff. Anywho,
all the and isms.
Yeah, all of them. But John Gruden is suing the NFL because he feel like he's being targeted. That like out of all the emails that were recovered and found, his was the only ones that were released. And he feels like Roger Goodell and felt like they were against him and targeting him, trying to ruin him against it. So he's suing the NFL. And I just think it's funny to see right wing on right wing crime going at each other.
White crime.
Yeah. I think it's
white
just really
wing.
funny because
white wing. It's hard to say. White wing.
That's why I had to slow it down. I was like, right wing. Let me say it. RW on RW crime.
No, I'm saying WHIT.
Oh, you said
white wing.
The white wing.
Hey, I'm glad you said it because I wanted to say it, but I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna be that aggressive with it. You know, I'm gonna call it right wing.
Wow, they tripping.
Hey, he called a spade, so shit is cool. That's cool with me. But yeah, I just think it's funny that this is what's happening now. Like, it's like, oh,
You gonna use racism to get me fired?
bet. Okay, cool.
We gonna see who's
Basically,
racist.
what I feel like John Gruden
It's
is
two white
on his,
dudes that say nigga out loud.
no, I feel like John Gruden's on his Nino Brown stuff where he's like, hey, this is bigger than John Gruden. If I'm going down, everybody in the NFL going down. because you gotta think about it, bro. Think about the underlying issue is that it's like if these emails get exposed, you're gonna see all the stuff about like I'm sure you're gonna talk about why black
half
coaches
the league probably gonna have to get rid of their fucking coaches.
Bro, you gotta think about why black people aren't being put in coaching positions. You know, they're gonna find out about Kaepernick. They're gonna find out about like all the underlying. They could definitely probably find out. They could definitely probably find out about all the CTE and concussions. You don't think the owners don't talk about that stuff? Like, it's a lot. Like, it's funny because like just like how you know we have these cases and stuff that exposes the American justice system. Like this is exposing the issues in the NFL too, which is also racist in some ways, you know. But yeah, I just thought that was funny, and I wanted to bring that up because you don't really get.
You don't get to enjoy that.
You really don't get a chance to see white on white crime, you know, developing right in front of your face.
That's funny as fuck.
But other than that, that was pretty much
this been a good week, y'all.
That was So we will rendezvous up next week. Will they announce the verdicts to any of this week?
Oh yeah,
arguments is Monday.
We'll know Kyle's on by Tuesday. I guarantee it. They're gonna take a few hours in there and they'll be out. Monday. All right,
let's wrap this up. We got some beers to get to.
I'm gonna be watching it. I'm gonna be watching it. I ain't gonna lie. I've been watching the highlights of all the days. So
yeah, I mean that fool. This motherfucker crying on the damn stand, bro. My God, bro.
And then he stopped crying. Did you see that?
Like, and his mom too, fake crying. My God, bro. What a fucking, we live in a damn terrible comedy show.
It's a circus, bro.
All right, y'all.
Oh, cry me some Kyle Rittenhouse tears.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But on that note, it's been your boy, Real Walter Ford.
GDQ. Mac 2301. And we go.
Activated Podcast.
Stay activated.
Y'all be blessed.